Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some manga I've had my eyes on for a while. I recommend opening the official scans or translations linked in the description and reading along with me, since my streams will obscure the pages for copyright reasons and because I want to support the creators' works. You can find me on my socials that are linked in the description, so subscribe to or follow some European chick outside of YouTube if you want to get to know me better or support me. Now without further ado, let's read. Chainsaw Man. So the week before last week, I didn't read the chapter, and last week I also didn't read the new chapter, which was chapter 141. So I could read the buddy stories and also have 2 chapters back to back that we can talk about today. So today, I waited until it was past 5 p.m. my time, because that's when new chapters of Chainsaw Man drop. And I wanted to wait until people have read it, so that they can come here and then hopefully not spoil me. Okay? We're gonna be reading it. Be patient, no spoilers. Hi, welcome everyone. Looking amazing as usual. Thank you. I had job interviews and I looked like this. Like with my belly exposed. It was so last minute. I was just in the area. And so it went like this. Totally unprepared, but I mean, I have nothing to hide. I'm not a dumb person, right? If they ask me something, I can just answer. Zdravo. So, there we go. This is why I am actually wearing makeup today. Look at me, looking pretty. Actually, I only have sheer lip gloss on, and the red that you see is blood. My lips are so dry, I don't know what to do, so I just pick at my lips and make them bleed all the time. So yeah, this is it for the introduction. I can't fucking speak. We've wasted 2.5 minutes, and now we can go to the chapter. There's already some viewers. So last time, what was his name again? The one that looks like 30. And is a hybrid, you know, one of the hybrids that looks like 30. And really weird. I don't like him. He threatened Denji to transform into Chainsaw Man, or he would kill Asan. So I don't like him. Okay. Does anyone know what the katakana for his name are? Because then I would know how to pronounce it. Like, I see that name, and I think of the Croatian word bottom, but I have no idea how to pronounce it. So, like, I don't know what the katakana are, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Otherwise, I would say just Barim. Like, with my Anglophone, Baruem. Okay, Barem. That's Baruem. Okay. That's okay, so I can. That's how I can pronounce it. Thank you for the katakana. Now let's go to the chapter. Man, sometimes when I look at OBS and I see what the page looks like for you, and it's all just fucking pink stripes all over it. It just makes me realize there's no way I can get a copyright strike on that, because what the fuck is even going on there? I don't know how you can see anything that's going on. That's why I'm actually just waiting for people to read the chapter, and for people who have read it come to me, to my streams, because I don't expect them to know what the hell I'm looking to see what I'm looking at. Or if they haven't read what I'm reading on my streams, then that they can open the link in the description and then read it and have my stream on the other side, because there's no way you can look at this page and see what the hell is going on. I mean, that's security for me. No copyright strikes, right? Jump, don't sue me. Alright, Chainsaw Man chapter 141, Normal Life Plus. Oh no, what's it gonna be about? Chainsaw Man curry buns. Okay. I would see. I have a problem with all this advertisement of Chainsaw Man. Like, is that allowed? Like, he's not just, you can't. Where did the royalties go? I mean, Denji deserves some royalties from his person being used in commercials, advertisements, shirts, merchandise. Like, he needs to have like some part that can go into his pockets. So that's why I have a problem with these. They're not authorized by the copyright holder. But Denji, I mean, Chainsaw Man isn't intellectual property. He's no property. He's a person. But still, when you want to use a person or their likeness in a campaign of yours, you have to ask them for permission and they collect royalties, I think. That's how it goes. Even for celebrities. Like, you can't just have Paris Hilton on your curry bun. You can't just have her there. She needs to have either made that decision to be on the curry bun, or, that one of her photos is being used and the copyright holder of the photo collects royalties. Why am I talking about that? Let's just read the fucking chapter. Okay, Chainsaw Man. And they're half off? Oh. Isn't that kind of symbolic? Half off. You know how Epi you can post comments with the account, don't worry. Half off. Chainsaw Man curry buns being half off. It's like, you know how Chainsaw Man's power has halved? Either because people fear him too little, or because not the real Chainsaw Man is out there. I like that. Okay. And Denji is like, oh shit, it's a reflection of my state of being right now. I'm also torn, and I'm not complete right now. Is he taking them? What's wrong with Nayuta? It looks kind of weird here. She looks so weird here. The royalties probably go to fake Saw Man. Nah. Would be fucked up if all the Chainsaw Man merch is owned by someone like Famine Devil or someone. Hell, even own the copyright to it, and that's how they get rich. Yeah. Good. That looks so fucking weird. What happened here? Nayuta looks so weird here. Her hand fucks me up too. And her face. But like, are they taking the curry? I always want to say kareban, but it's not. Her face, I interpreted it like that Denji is living half a life. Yeah, that too. Like, it's symbolism. He's also not complete. Half off buns, Nayuta, a whole. I can't see anything from the fucking heart. A whole gremlin in that panel. Yeah. Okay, next page. Oh, no more Chainsaw Man calling posters. Now it's Chainsaw Man, and I can't read that, and I can't read that. It still has something to do with Chainsaw Man. Okay. Why are they laughing? Oh, there's a devil. Hi, David. Denji is buying up all that merch. Someone help him budget. But I mean, it was half off. Look at how happy they look. That there's finally something exciting happening in there. You know the movie Nobody with Saul Goodman? I forgot what his name was. I forgot his name. Was it Bob Odenkirk? I forgot it. But there he's also living the life of a normal person, you know. He's a father, he's kind of a wuss, he's not even being respected by his son or something, and he's just looking for an adventure. He's just looking for a reason to beat people up. And so he causes a problem. And so he endangers his family and everyone he knows. And just because he was looking for some adrenaline, for some thrill. And looking at them reminds me of that. They're like, ah, hey, an opportunity. On legs, arms, those are arms. Denji, he already he wants to do it. He wants to use a starter, but he can't. And then there's children just going at it. I love that nothing is being said here. Since this chapter started, it's all been quiet. No words needed. Yeah. This is show, don't tell. Well done. And they're murking this thing. He's like, yeah, okay, I guess normal people can do that too. They took my job. It wasn't even a job. It looks so empty here. Like, he resigned. And look at his posture. He resigned. No, Denji, my boy. I feel so bad for him. And Nayuta, she noticed. Look, she noticed. Like, he doesn't feel complete. It feels like he's replaceable, a cog in the machine. That he's faceless, that he's gonna die and no one's gonna remember him even. No one's valuing him in life and no one will remember him after he dies. He'll live a meaningless life because his meaning, being Chainsaw Man, was taken from him. Which is funny no, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. But in the beginning, you know how he didn't even like to transform because it hurt him. So he tried to avoid transforming into Chainsaw Man because the chainsaws bursting out of his arms and his head and him losing a lot of blood, it hurt him. The entire time he's transformed, he's actually in agony. And now he can't do it anymore. He learned to love it, like the result of that, and now he can't go back anymore. Okay, they're eating them. Oh my god. Imagine the smell, the hair, the noise. These are all huskies. Was it a fire punch joke? No, it's not agony, agony. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the 7th? My god, there is no peace in this household. They're even fighting for the buns. And they're watching TV. Okay, something came on. Oh, Denji. He's taking a bath with the dogs. He's truly one of them, huh? I mean, I love that he loves animals, you know. You need to be a kind soul to be loved by animals and to love animals and so on, but this is neither hygienic Why did he do that? Like, he could bathe the dog without getting in with the dog. But it seems like he's putting himself down on their level and seeing himself as part of the species anyway, so he can do that. This is kind of sad. The way they're brushing their teeth, they look like they're struggling. So cute. Oh my god, they're even all sleeping. They have no bed. They're all sleeping together. Denji, look at him. How many pages without text? 6. Great. I love that. I love that. Fujimoto, this is peak writing. Even though nothing is being written, just drawn. Okay. Okay. Here's a poster of himself. This is so cute. Can't sleep. Hey, what's gonna happen to me from here on out? Denji, my boy, if you wanna, I can adopt you. Anytime. You can be my son. I'm gonna take good care of you. If you wanna. After I graduate and get a job, will I be happier than I am now? Oh, no. The existential dread is coming back. It's like with the boob dream. Are you unhappy, Denji? I don't know. He is. But also you're just 16, you know. I used to be like you too, Denji. I used to dread my future. Still do sometimes, honestly. But, you know, you still have so much of your life before you. Well, and if you're immortal, you have like eons ahead of you. Don't worry too much. What's she doing? You're hopeless, little Denji. I'll stay with you for the rest of your life. I don't know if that's a reassuring or scary to think about. Then you'll be happy too, right? 'Cause I'm just that cute. I mean, it's adorable that she wants to stay with him and make sure that he's happy. This is such a nice little sister moment or daughter moment or whatever. Their relationship is fucked up. But this is so cute. That she, a child, is worried about a bigger child that in her eyes should look like an adult, right? When I was little, I thought 13-year-olds were adults. Pain builds character, pain builds character. I don't know for how long, but yeah. And then she fell back asleep. Aww. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so adorable. This is so heartwarming. And also heartbreaking. Aww. Look. She's sleeping in his arms. He actually put his arms around her after she said that. He's hugging her like he hugged Pochita, you know, for reassurance when he was little. Because Pochita was all he had, his only friend. He hugged Pochita to sleep every night. And now he's doing it with Nayuta. This is so sad and sweet. Bittersweet. Oh no, I fucking hate him, but tomorrow is the Chainsaw Man Church's day of worship. The fuck do you do there? Like, honestly, really, what the fuck do you do? Are they at Family Burgers again? Oh, they're the other. I remember him, I think. So I did remember correctly. A blonde guy with glasses. Okay. I did remember correctly. And I think that's a girl. And that's the pretty boy. Sugo meeting. Wait, Chainsaw Man Day of Worship is on the 12th of September. Tomorrow is the Chainsaw Man Church's Day of Worship. The followers won't hunt any devils that appear. Then you fucking... Like, there's so many levels of useless you can be, but this is like double useless. You're useless for just throwing children and members in general, just humans, onto devils, instead of, I don't know, volunteering to help the wounded, the sick, the people that got hospitalized, or people in the hospital, you know, and helping, you know, clean up the streets again, clean up the rubble. That's like good activism, good work that you can do, good volunteering that you can do to help society against the devils. Because the devils, honestly, the government and private devil hunters can deal with that. Like, they can be human cannon fodder. And then you also have, you know, people who can transform, apparently, you know, fake Sawman, you have him too. Okay, but to then say, now we're not gonna do all of that that's actually useful, we're just gonna throw more people at the devils. That's so fucking useless. That's so counterproductive, but okay. Be useless. But now they're not even doing that. For an entire fucking day, and I don't know how many devils appear per day. But they're not gonna help people in need. What's more important is to pray. So useless. So useless. These people are just leeches, I don't know. But the civilian public safety devil hunters will come crawling out like cockroaches if we keep killing them. The devils, right? If you keep killing the devils. Chainsaw Man's sense of justice will brim over, and he'll arrive to defeat the devils. I hope he comes. So what? They're just gonna pray? They're not gonna go after the devils? And what about the civilian? Will come crawling out like cockroaches. Oh, I thought that was a comma and not a period. Okay, but the civilian and public safety devil hunters will come crawling out like cockroaches. Period. If we keep killing them, Chainsaw Man's sense of justice will brim over and he'll arrive to defeat the devils. They're killing fucking people. They're killing people that can help against the devils too. So the goal isn't actually to have heroes and be productive in society and fight devils. It's just Chainsaw Man. You know how Ken's job is beach? Their purpose is Chainsaw Man. Like, there's no fucking purpose to their organization. They're being so counterproductive. They're being so useless. They're borderline terrorists too, because they're killing the only other people that could help, you know, against the devils. Yeah, they're crazy. People say the restaurant they're set at is the place Kobani worked in. I don't know if it's the same. I don't know if Family Burgers is a chain restaurant with more, you know, restaurants open, but like, it's still a reference to that time. It's a reference. It's a clear reference. You should remember Family Burger. And you should be reminded of it when you look at this fucking mascot. They just want Chainsaw Man. But why do they want him anyway? Like, what is the fucking reason? I thought it had closed after Puchta. No. They can rebuild things, and also they probably have a lot more of them open. Pretty sure there's multiple where the stuff is easily replaceable. Yeah, that too. But isn't that true of our world too? Anyway, I hope he comes. Oh, is he thinking about Denji's words now? Is he starting to question whether he is really living by his own standards, his own free will? Is he questioning that? Is he questioning whether this is the real true path? I would really love for Denji and him to become friends. Because they're both obviously lost in life. So it would be great to have an ally that you can understand on a deeper level because you're so alike. Hey, why go this far to draw Chainsaw Man out? He's starting to think for himself. My boy, I'm proud of you. How old are you? Like, I hope. Why is it just young people that are turning into hybrids? Except Bottom, he kind of looks, 30, but like he's the exception, and also maybe Katana Man. Unless he also formed a hybrid bond when he was younger and then grew up a little and then stopped aging, then I am asking myself why is it always young people? Is it like a metaphor for something? How young people are transforming society or something like that? I don't know. Hey, why go this far to draw Chainsaw Man out? Tell me too. What the fuck is that Ascario? From Devilman, the original. Tomorrow wear weapons. Discard all other thoughts. Oh, damn. So they're gonna really terrorize the city and just get rid of the other devil hunters to draw out Denji. But this sentence, discard all other thoughts. Just don't think. Don't use your brain. What are you? A human? Nah, you're just a chess piece. I'm a human. Ah, nice. Let me think for myself. Ah, nice. Yes, exactly, boy. Exactly. I like him. He and Denji, he... They could be friends. I would like that kind of camaraderie where they're, attracted to each other by likeness. He's right. We're humans. We're also weapons. And devils, too. Do you know what these three things have in common? I don't give a fuck, just tell me why you go this far. Like, you're butchering people, civilians, just to draw a Denji. Like, why? Meaty didn't know. Imagine Meaty is a teenage age as well. I mean, I think all of them are or were at the point of making contracts, except maybe Katana Man and maybe Baden, but then you have Asa, you have Denji, you have him. It's all just young people. Spirit guy's an adult too. Oh, okay. Glasses guy could be late 20s. Okay. Yeah, then never mind. Wakanishi has stayed young for like 2,000 years? Who said that? Like, if that's a spoiler for the buddies stories, don't tell me more, but so far I'm thinking she's like maybe the same age as Kishibe. Young people are kind of weaponized. Yeah. See? It's a metaphor for society. How old was it? Is that C? I don't know. I have no idea. She actually a teenager? I don't know. I don't know. She could be the same as that sushi girl. I don't know. Are we sure Quan Chi is that old, or is it just headcanon? No, she's at least as old as Kishibe. At least. She worked with Kishibe. She gotta be old. Yeah. Anyway, do you know what these three things have in common? I don't give a fuck. And I don't want to hear it, honestly. Not from your mouth. I don't like when you talk. Can you stop that? They're all like Denji. They're like... No, not Denji. Yoshida. What the fuck? Like, with the finger pointing and then giving an answer. They're all hard to spell. Wrong. So we got a dumbass, huh? Is that a girl or a guy? I don't know. But anyway, the glasses. Why? Looks so silly. It really reminds me of Ascadio from Devilman. They're all hard to spell. Wrong. Humans, weapons, and devils were all born to kill. I mean, weapons, yeah. But usually weapons were tools. You know, you got them to hunt in order to hunt. Later on, it was for warfare. There were tools for hunting. I mean, yeah, you need to kill in order to eat the thing that you've hunted. If you... Yeah, I mean, then everything is born to kill. Because in order to live, you need to metabolize, you need to make energy, and you consume energy, and you release energy. So it's like an equivalent exchange, and in order to do that, you need to kill other beings so you can eat and live. But like, weren't you born to live? You were born to live, and unfortunately, everything is just, you know, stacked against you. As soon as you're born, you have like 3 minutes until you die. But if you keep breathing, you can extend that period. But also the thing you're breathing in, oxygen, is a slow death for your cells. Like, it's actually toxic for your cells. It's a slow toxin that kills you slowly. But without it, you would die immediately. So like, you're born to live despite everything just being there to kill you. To not allow you to live. So, I don't know. You're born to live. Otherwise you wouldn't be born. And that's why God will forgive us. Are you fucking serious? No matter how many people we kill tomorrow. That is fucking insane. Like, that doesn't even make sense, you know what I mean? That doesn't actually make sense. I hate it. I hate him. He looks ugly. I fucking hate him. I hate his eyebrows. His eyebrows are the same shape as, like, his eyes. And I don't know. I hate him. I hate him. But now that I'm talking about eyebrows, let me just quickly... Like, this is so off topic. We're probably gonna cut that out of the stream later on, but... He looks ugly to me because, like, his eyes go like this, and then his eyebrows follow the exact same shape, like the exact same direction. And I hate that. It looks ugly. Gross. But when I was, you know, on vacation, I saw a guy who, like, had this type of straight hairline, his eyebrows and brow bone straight, and his eyes also, like, the top half just straight. He looked like a caricature of a human, like how you would draw a human, or like draw a villain in a manga. To signify that he's evil, you know, you make it edgy. More round things means more cute, it's harmless, but like add edges and sharp angles, and it's evil or something like that. And he just, like, everything was straight. Like, his eyebrows like this, his eyes like this. He looked like a psychopath. I was so into it. And I even told, like, my family, I need to show you someone. I need to show you, but don't be scared when you see him. And then when I went to that shop that he was just a clerk, he was just standing there, the poor man, he was just, I think maybe he was even a teenager. I can't tell the age of people. Guy, let's just say the poor guy. He was just standing there in a shop doing his job. And I showed him to my family and they were like, he looks like a serial killer. And I think my mom said, my god, he looks like a murderer. Because that's how you imagine an evil person. Just like this, and then the eyes like this. He looked so evil, like how you would imagine a scary person. And he was just a young man. Like, he could totally be a Balenciaga model. Honestly, he could be, like, he has the face for it. But, like, I was into him. I was like, damn, finally a fresh face. Like, finally a face that doesn't look like a normal face. So anyway, that was like the opposite of what's going on with Bottom. So Bottom, I don't like his face with the roundness going on, but I like the flatness of, a flat hairline, flat eyebrows and eyes. He just looked so evil. He was just an innocent clerk in a store. But yeah. First time God is mentioned in Chainsaw Man. Bottom with his rat-tailed ponytail, greasy slick back hair full of oil from the burger tank, looking all crazy for it. I like this slander, yes. Let's keep dissing him. Maybe he's gonna stop. Like, just stop existing. Don't cut anything, please. It appears Fujimoto is also very careful about mentioning God in Chainsaw Man. I mean, God's been mentioned a few times already in Chainsaw Man. But, like, this is obviously just cult speak. I don't know if he believes in a god or anything, but this is cult speak. Like, how do you, as a man of the church, how do you reconcile, following the 10 Commandments and then going on a crusade? Like, how do you do that? You need to just do some mental gymnastics, right? It's the same thing. Like, how can you be a samurai and at the same time, like, fucking Buddhist priest? They weren't like Buddhist priests, but they were like the carriers of Buddhism. They were Buddhist warriors for Buddhism. Like, how do you reconcile a peaceful religion that's about, not having a violent death, but passing peacefully, asceticism, reaching nirvana, letting go of material possessions and values? How do you reconcile that with samurai, who were like violent killers, and who were just killing innocent farmers too, just for the hell of it? Like, how do you reconcile that? You need to do some really mental gymnastics. Like, did you know, for example, that because also sex in Buddhism is dirty, like, you shouldn't do that. But then, that's why it's Zen Buddhism in Japan, because they changed so much of Buddhism. They were like, now we need to, like, I don't like this rule of Buddhism. We need to kind of transform it so I can do actually what I want. So these Buddhist monks, they all fucked, like, each other. Because, yeah, sex is dirty, but isn't sex actually just about, procreation? And only men and women can procreate. So if it's not procreative sex, like, if it's sodomy, and if it's with boys, and that's totally fine, we can still reach nirvana. Like, that's not about, carnal lust and so on. It's just, recreational. I can still be a spiritual person even while giving into the flesh. So it's it's this is Zen Buddhism. It's because you have Buddhism and you're like, we can change the rules a little bit so it fits our situation and we can be forgiven. And this is cult speak, and this is how religions usually, Christianity, as I said, with the Crusades, for example, or witch hunts or whatever. It's how hate within a religion that preaches love is always justified. Like there is like a gray area that we can totally make use of, and then it's like it's not against God, and actually God loves that we do that, and He will totally forgive us. Mental gymnastics, like Olympian gold medalist level mental gymnastics. So you have so much wisdom. I want to sleep. Okay, good night. But yeah, now the Santa Claus called Guangxi first devil hunter, so she must be very old. But how? Yeah, I mean, she must be older. But like, we don't know, first of all, when the first devil hunter appeared, and second of all, when the first devil appeared. Like, we don't know. Like, is devil hunter just a job description for a specific position in Japanese society, or is it actually like a general thing? Like, I don't know. But only Islam makes sense, not gonna lie. No, all religions make sense in themselves. When you just look at the scripture, all of them make sense. But when you look at the people who interpret the scripture and teach the scripture and then have their own sect, for example, or their own following, that's when things get wonky. And that's how you can have extremists, you can have fundamentalists, you can have total opposites of whatever your scripture is preaching. Like, you can say Islam makes sense. Yeah, okay, but in that way, you can also say Christianity makes sense. But when you look at the actors, the people who actually do the religion, then it's illogical. And that's the same thing with Islam. But yeah, unless she meant first devil hunter, like first hybrid, yeah. Devil hunters existed when Denji was a child. Yeah, we know, but like someone said she's ancient, like 2,000 years old. We don't know. We don't know when devils started appearing. We don't, because society just seems so unprepared for devils. They just have no plans in place of devil appearances, no infrastructure built around devil appearances. Everything just seems, society just seems so confused, like what to do about devils and how to live now, because you would expect that you would change your way of living if a mighty foe like a devil appeared. But no, everything is the same as in our society, so I don't know when devils started appearing, but someone said, like, some people assume they must have been here since human memory or whatever. And in that case, if there had been devil hunters, like with that job description before, Guangxi was the first one. Somehow we know, yeah. I don't know. We don't know when devils have started appearing. We don't know when the job of devil hunters started appearing. I think it's important because someone on Twitter posted a screenshot of the interviews I got, and Fujimoto says there he has intentionally left out terms, concept like God, Kami-sama out, Buddhist yaoi would be what? A God has been mentioned before. And now, has God been mentioned before? Now I'm not so sure anymore. Because maybe I was thinking of that one preacher from Attack on Titan, the wall cultist preach, or maybe I was thinking of him. But anyway, this talking about God to justify injustice, it's the typical thing that powerful people do to justify their acquisition of power and their retention of power and the slaughter of their enemies. Like, that's how you do it. You have like the religion that's seeped into culture, that's part of culture, that's keeping people together. It's like it is an inseparable part of culture. It has all the rules on how to live, what to do, and so on and so forth. So people take religion very seriously. It's close to daily life. I'm talking about the roots of religion and, you know, how it's lived. And then you have rulers. There's actually a book called Rulers and Religion. I have it in my shelf. Like, the conclusion, you can argue about that one, but I think it was Riches, Rulers, and Religion or something like that. I don't know. But how the West got rich and the Middle East did not, or why the West got rich and the Middle East did not. Like, it's by an American economist. You have to remember that if you decide to read that. But one aspect that I actually totally get behind is that they're always agents that legitimize rule. Because if there's a society and they only follow their gods or whatever, like, how do you make one of them rule over everyone and then decide on policies, on where to go to war and whatever else? Like, how do you get to that? You need someone from that religious leadership group, for example, priests, oracles, or whatever. You need one of them to be on your side as a ruler. You need them to legitimize your rule to the people. For example, the Habsburgs. They are the Holy Roman Emperor of German nation because the Pope has to crown them, actually, and the Pope is this Jesus substitute for now on earth. And if the Pope says that, then this ruler is legitimate. Then this ruler is accepted by the church and people need to listen to them. So you always have like a coronation or something by one of the agents that makes social cohesion possible. And then you exchange favors, basically. This agent is going to legitimize your rule, okay? But in return, you have to give them a little bit of your power. You have to share a little bit of your power with them. For example, tax exemptions. That's just an example. And this is something that comes up in that book. And where was I going with this? These are actually the people that like interpret the scripture and legitimize certain movements, certain groups of people, certain rulers, or delegitimize them. And this is also, like, you can look at Saudi Arabia and how the history there, like how we got to the present right now, and how the rulers right there, right now, from the Saudi house, from their name, like how that happened, how that was possible, and why they have such beef with Iran. So it's because there's like different interpretations of who should be a ruler of what region. And it's always like God is always used as an argument. So what Banim is doing is also being one of these cult leaders using God's name and interpreting like the will of God and actually legitimizing their actions. It's cult speak, basically. None of them need to actually believe in a God. They just need the population, like the members of their society that you rule and that need to accept your rule. You just need them to fear God or believe in God. You just need them to believe that in order to sell that idea to them that God chose you or something, or that God says this is fine and this is not fine. You, as this interpreter and as this ruler, you don't need to believe that. It's a weapon. Religion is a weapon, basically. It's weaponized against the people and also against enemies, of course. So yeah, I'm a little, when it comes to religion, I'm a little more pessimistic about that. But yeah, let's go back to the Chainsaw Man. Now the next chapter. So a great slaughter is gonna happen now, I think. Chapter 142. Let's see. Only 14 pages. Clothing and food. Okay. Yo, for a second I thought that was the department store that was transported to hell. Denji fan club. Yo, why is everyone celebrating? Is that like a national holiday? What's going on? No, it's just clothing and food. Okay, I thought... Yeah, I forgot. I love reading along with Elder. Oh, thank you. That is so nice. Yeah, I know how to read. Thank you. Okay, it's a nice day out. People are enjoying themselves. There's clothing and food. These two are going on a date, and there's a little amusement park, and Denji's having fun with Nayota. Look, she's so into it. She's so into it. As soon as she steps into the cop car, she becomes one of them. Would be interesting if the Chainsaw Church gonna become a weapon in Asa's hands. David? Thank you, David. George Bush said his invasion of the Middle East was justified because of a dream he had where God spoke to him. This is what I fucking mean. But then, you always have to ask yourself, who is one of those false messengers that the Bible talks about? Like, who is it? Like, anyway. Denji, making sure she doesn't kill herself accidentally. Hey, Sushi Girl, I forgot her name. So you didn't join the Chainsaw Man Church after all? Relax, I'm not turning into Chainsaw Man ever again. That's a shame. What the hell do you want from him? You people are so annoying. Oh, exposing her stomach. That's okay. Turning into Chainsaw Man must feel really good. And it doesn't. All the recognition and... Oh, yeah, okay, that. Yeah, okay. All the recognition and respect. I imagine you get to experience thrills us ordinary people can never get a taste of. It's not all sunshine and rainbows, Yeah, no kidding. I'd rather die than get watched in the bathroom like Chainsaw Man. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? What? What is she talking about? Huh? Wait, huh? Say what? I'm being watched even in the bathroom? Oops. Huh? I wasn't supposed to tell you that. She saw him bathing with the dogs? How? I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Pretend you never heard it. Are you for real? That's totally vile. I jerk off in there. Oh. I didn't know. I didn't expect that. Okay. I mean, yeah, he's in the middle of puberty, and Nayuta is in the room with the dog, so that's actually fucking tragic. Like, the only time he can be, like, just by himself is in the bathroom. Remember how he had to leave the room, like the shared room, and go into the bathroom to talk to Pochita? And even then he was interrupted by Meowie. He has No privacy whatsoever. God damn. I wanted to say now I'm wondering if he jerked off while he was in Aki's. I mean, do I want to? I expect him. Yeah, probably. I mean, he had all those porn magazines. He was in puberty. He totally. Yeah, he's a guy. He's a boy. Anyway, at least there he had his own room. You know, he could have the magazines. He had his own room, his own privacy. But now he has none of that. And now he's even being watched. Like, he thought, at least in the bathroom, he could be to himself and do stuff. But no, that was just an illusion. I'm just wondering, has this Fumiko, has she been tasked to do that from the very beginning? Or did she just join in later? And before she joined in, it was actually Yoshida's task to watch Denji do that in his bathroom. He did, if you remember the platonic chapter with Power and Denji are sleeping in the same bed together, we can see a mountain of crumbled tissues in the room. Oh, okay. This is something I don't fucking understand. Guys, when you jerk off, why can't you just throw away the tissue? Why can't you just throw that away? Why leave it there in your room? I don't know. What I would do is probably flush it down the toilet. So, like, there's not even something in the trash bin that could lead someone to think, she jerked off. Like, you gotta flush that down, right? But, like, at least throw it in the bin. But why can't you do that? I see that so often in manga or something, that there's just crumpled up tissue paper just in the room, just lying around. Like, do you collect that? Do you keep that as a memory? What the fuck do you do with that? Why keep trash just lying around? Throw that shit away. Tired after it. I was wondering, now that you say it, was chapter 141 not Fujimoto drawing a Denji POV chapter? The textless scenes is just all these guys keeping an eye on him, maybe? I mean, could be, but also it's obviously for the mood. Obviously. Just jerk off in the washroom, like, why even all this? Also go pee after you jerk off, idiots. I don't know about that. I heard that, you know, the thing that comes out of boys when you do that, I heard it could clog the drain, so maybe don't. But probably just in the shower, like the shower drain. But it depends on what. Anyway, I don't want to think about it, but let's go back. Are you for real? It's totally vile. I jerk off in there. Oh jeez, I've really done it now. I'm gonna get in trouble again. Seriously, you guys are the lowest of the low. Poor Denji. And she also said look, you said I'd rather die than get watched in the bathroom. Yet you do that to him, and you don't expect him to feel the same? That is so mean. Like, why would you do something that would totally embarrass you to the point of wanting to die? Why would you do that to someone else when you would never want that? I'm gonna get yelled at. I sure feel now. Touching my wiener. Okay. Touching my wiener, watching me in the bathroom, you're a total stalker. Yeah, I don't like that. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. You know when in Death Note, like, Yagami was being watched and he never did that? That was so weird. Like, he was just he had all these erotic magazines and he just read them like a fucking interior design catalog or something. He just read them like a book. He never. But he did that to seem like a normal teenager, like a normal boy of his age. But then he did the exact opposite of what's normal. But then I also, while I was watching that when I was younger, I was like, oh no, his dad is watching. And he knew his dad was watching. So, like, if you were in, like, Yagami's position and you actually wanted to make it realistic and not seem like you were insane and just going through the erotic magazine like a Cars catalog, so you know your dad's watching and you want to seem normal, like you're a teenager that's into girls and stuff. Would you jerk off knowing that your dad is watching? Oh, not just your dad. Would you jerk off knowing that you're being watched by adults as you're a teenager? I don't know what I would do if I was an agent and I had to watch someone 24/7, even when they're doing those things, and they're a teenager. I would feel like such a voyeur. That's not alright. Bleh. And imagine you're doing that to someone you're related to. Ugh. Disgusting. If I jerked off sometimes, Death Note would be exactly what the fans would have wanted. No, I think the fans wanted, like, light XL or something. I was never about that ship, but also his relationship with Misa wasn't normal, but also Misa wasn't normal. Like, there's nothing realistic about Death Note. If I was the agent, I'd ask for a better position. Maybe that's why Yoshida needed help. He was like, I can't do this anymore. I've watched this boy my age jerk off so many times, and I'm getting a weird feeling towards that. Somehow I'm getting used to it, and I'm scared of that. So, can please a woman do that? Can please a woman, an adult woman, do that? Disgusting. Wait, what? Oh. Touching my wiener, watching me in the bathroom. You're a total stalker. Who wouldn't want to touch Chainsaw Man's wiener? That's insane, bitch. I fucking hate her. No way people are comparing her to Himeno. Himeno didn't know anything. Like, she wasn't capable of thinking and didn't know, right? And she never went that far. Like, okay, she did kiss Denji and, you know, probably start touching him, but she was drunk. She totally forgot who she was, even in the middle of doing it. She forgot how he got there, and then she forgot who he was, and she also forgot his age, because she was already drunk when she got to know his real age. She thought he was older. So, like, nothing that Himeno did was that she did it knowing he's a minor and sober. This bitch is sober and she's sexually assaulting a minor. And she's like, you're a hero and I'm a fan. I can do that. Groupies can just touch their celebrities. That is so insane. I fucking hate her. You're 22, bitch. Get a life. I'm not a stalker. I'm your fan. Call me a fan. I want her dead. I'm gonna call you a corpse, okay? My fan? Not a chance. All the women who come on to me hate my guts. That is so... Does he think Asa hates him too? Even though she said that before trying to kiss him as Yoru. Does he really think that? Does he think that Makima hated him? Yeah, I mean, she didn't care for him. Does he think that, Reza hated him? This is so sad. This is so sad. Well, sure, I do hate you a tiny bit too. Bitch, I want you to die. I want you to die. Oh, there's a package coming for me. for my door, to my door. If I was Denji, I would be happy with the knowledge that Yoshida is forced to watch me. Anything to torment Yoshida. Yeah, same. Same. I would do it just to spite him if I was Denji. But anyway, this is just disgusting. She is really vile, just like he said. Because Chainsaw Man didn't save my mom and dad. Oh my god. So now even not doing anything can make people hate you. Doing something gets you hate, and then not doing something gets you hate too. Like, I would be so over it. I would not be Chainsaw Man again. Like, what's with this lack of gratitude? That was sad. The town where Chainsaw Man fought the gun fiend, I lived there with my family. Oh. Oh. And that was exactly 1 year ago. You know, the chapter appeared 1 year ago, I think. Was it 1 year ago, 2 years ago? Or something. 12th of September. Nah, that was 12th of June. This thing. But I think the chapter with the gun devil it appeared on a 12th of September, I think. I don't know if it's the same time in the manga. Like, I don't know if it's fall or summer or spring there. I don't know. And I don't know when the gun devil appeared, like at what time. I don't remember. The day in the chapter Aki died was okay. 1 year ago in the Chainsaw Man universe, 2 years ago in our universe. Okay. Thank you. The town where Chainsaw Man fought the gun fiend, I lived there with my family. We just sat down for dinner when our house was destroyed. When I managed to crawl out of the rubble, Chainsaw Man and the gun fiend were there fighting right before my eyes. I shouted to Chainsaw Man, begged him to rescue my mom and dad, but my voice got drowned out by chainsaw sounds. I mean, that's normal. Chainsaw Man didn't even notice me. Yeah, I mean, he had his own issues, his own problems to deal with. He was about to kill his brother, okay? Okay? He hates himself for that too. Now, don't go gaslighting him, guilt-tripping him too. He doesn't need that amount of stress, okay? He doesn't need any stress, but he doesn't need you to start complaining now and make it even worse for him. Chainsaw Man didn't even notice me. Did your mom and dad survive? They died, but you don't need to worry about that. Reason being, I don't see Chainsaw Man as a superhero or a god or any of that. When Chainsaw Man turned back into a human, that day I was watching. You were crying, right? Oof. So, yeah, of course people would see. When I saw it, I realized for the first time that the one who's been fighting all this time while devils kill him over and over again was just a kid. Yeah. So, have some heart, bitch. That was the moment I made up my mind to save him, but also sexually harass him. He was just he was just a kid, so I have to touch his genitals. Because everyone loves Chainsaw Man, not me. I don't see him as a hero or something. I see him as a normal human, a human child. I gotta touch his genitals. What the fuck are you on about, bitch? To save him. Now, don't look like you're a good girl. I don't know. What the fuck? Why are you trying to make her look like a good person? She's not. She's disgusting. I'm a huge fan, Denji Senpai. Not a Chainsaw Man fan. A Denji Senpai fan. How... So how do you reconcile that? You know, protecting a human child and being a fan of a child that's fighting for everyone, every civilian, and putting himself in danger and even, you know, having his own problems with sexual assault. How do you reconcile that? How do you sleep at night? I mean, it's clear that Fumiko isn't right in the head. Yeah. But, you know, being right in the head could mean, you know, having a mental illness. I have mental illness is okay, that's a... But the... Or is she not right in the head by saying, like, she's a fucking sociopath? Because that's different from having OCD, for example. Or depression. You could also say someone with depression is not right in the head. Someone with OCD is not right in the head. Or like that's a different not right in the head from a pedophile. Like that's an actual not right in the head. That's... How do you fucking correct that? It's not a mental illness. It's like a state of being that society says not to. For good reasons. For good reasons. But also, psychopaths, sociopaths. It's like a state of being that it doesn't... that, you know, society says, no, that's actually destructive. You're not being a harmless, productive member of society. And that's a problem. She's a fucking problem. She's someone who's not right in the head with this type of mental state. Denji saying that's me. I'm a Chainsaw Man fan. Fucking hate. Bitch, did you call him there? Like, what is happening here? Nah, she is surprised. Okay. Man, Japan's Public Safety Commission is impressive. It was no walk in the park making it here without getting spotted. Let me tell you. What do you want? Smoke. Check it out. Proof of my fandom. My Chainsaw Man lighter. Will you listen to my fan request? Personally, I want to see Chainsaw Man fighting. I want to see him carving up devils with his chainsaws. Getting covered in gore, but why? Like, what the fuck kind of fetish is that? Why? Like, that's your own problem. If your fetish is dependent on another person, you better ask for consent. Okay? Like, that's a tango that needs two people. So, did you hear that? Oh. My mom came home. Suffering and struggling and getting killed, and despite it all, returning to life and getting back up again. I want that. That's my entertainment, and you owe me, and actually, I'm totally entitled to that. I want that. Like, you exist for my entertainment, for my consumption purposes, for my desires only. You're not a person, you're just a tool for me to get off to. Fucking... Can someone kill him? Denji, please kill him. Ah, he's a hybrid, he can't be killed. moments from now, there'll be a devil attack on this building's first floor. Just a hunch. And if I had to guess, the folks down there will soon be shouting, "Save us, Chainsaw Man." Food court. Oh no. Like, they don't even need to conjure devils, they can just transform into those hybrids and start attacking people left and right. Oh man. I feel so bad for Denji, but at least he has one of the devil hunters, public safety people there who witnessed him, and if Denji transforms against their command, she can testify for him and say he had no other choice. She could do that. If she stays alive, if they allow her to stay alive, she could totally put in a good word for Denji. Because if the situation is inevitable, then he had no other choice but to go against their orders. Okay, that's the chapter. A short chapter, 14 pages, but still. This Ascario bitch is so annoying. I hate him. I hate blonde people with glasses. I hate that combination. I said it in, what's his name again? Sugo. I said in a Twitter thread that, you know, when, let's go big Elder mode, when, his classmates, Denji's classmates, saw the new student who would join them now, Sugo, they were like, oh, he's like a mix of Denji and the student council president, which is Haruka Izumi. He's that. And Haruka Izumi, he's like the pretty boy. He's a designated pretty boy in Chainsaw Man. And they were saying like he's a hunk. Sugo is a hunk. He's so hot, he's really attractive, and he's a mixture of Denji and a pretty boy. So I was thinking like, he looks like a delinquent, Sugo. Just look at him, he looks like a delinquent, but he's attractive because he's a pretty boy. So maybe his vibes are Denji's vibes. Kind of wild, you know, a dangerous man, a bad boy kind of vibe. So I'm thinking Denji's attractive because he has the same charm as Patrick Verona he's a character from the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. Like, that was when I understood the bad boy attractiveness that everyone seems to be talking about. I was a teenager, okay? That was my favorite movie when I was like 14, 15. So, he has that type of attractiveness where he's kind of wild, such a mysterious guy who's kind of dangerous. There's this air about him where he's adventurous or something, and he's doing stuff that others don't. Like, he's totally unpredictable. He's such an interesting bad boy, right? That is the vibe that I'm getting, that these people think Denji is attractive. And the stream nearly over. Yeah. But after the stream, wow, 1 hour and 18 minutes for 2 chapters. I fucking hate myself. But so I'm thinking, okay, he's a hunk. Sugo is a hunk because he has a pretty face and the charm of a bad boy. That's why he's a hunk. Whereas Denji, he's like the bad boy. You know, Heath Ledger, who played the character Patrick Verona in the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to wonder, would this person be attractive if they weren't a celebrity? And most often, like with Timothy Chalamet or whatever his name is, with most of these stars, they they're just average. And somehow we find them attractive, probably because of their status. So for me, personally, it's the same thing with Heath Ledger. I had a crush on him, okay? Even though he looks average, but, you know, because of the celebrity status and the vibe that he had, the wild vibe, he was Australian, I think, too, that made him so attractive. And so this character, Patrick Verona, wasn't attractive because the person was physically attractive. It's because the manners, the vibe was attractive. Like, someone can look average, be like a 5 out of 10 or whatever, but their personality, the way they move, the way they interact with people, that's what makes them a 10 out of 10. Which is why, don't put everything into looks. You need to be an actually charming person. So I think Denji is that type of charming, that type of attractive. That's just my theory. That's how I will read Denji now, in the context of his own world. Unfortunately, no matter what happens, people will die. Yeah. Elda is too harsh on Fumiko. Too harsh? She sexually assaulted a child. I don't think I'm being harsh enough. I want her to die. I actually want her to die. I don't know why Fujimoto is trying to make her look like a good person here by saying, I saw you, you were just an innocent child and you were fighting for us. That is such a tragedy, and I decided I wanted to protect you. Someone needs to protect this child. Then why the fuck would you sexually assault him? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense! Like, you can't say one thing but do the opposite. Like, it makes actions speak louder than words. It makes everything, like, it cancels everything you said. It cancels it out. I don't care what you say. You need to show it through your actions, and through your actions you show that you're a fucking predator that needs to be behind bars. Even Denji acknowledged that that's not right. He listed it among the things that he doesn't think are fair for him. Like being watched and being touched. Everything against his will. Normal Elda is too harsh on Fumiko. She care about Denji, not Chainsaw Man, unlike Asa, and she's the only girl to never try and kill him. No. Asa cares about the boy behind Chainsaw Man. She has no idea what he looks like. She just knows, okay, that's a boy with powers. Powers that are derived from a devil. Separate the devil so that the boy is powerless. I don't care. I care about the boy that I want to protect. Asa is the only person trying to protect Denji. She is the only girl seeing Denji and fighting for him, even though she doesn't know his identity. In the end, Fumiko is the only girl to never try to kill him, so she's better. Slayer of Crusaders and Small Hat and Pajits. Your taste is weird, and also your sense of morals are... You need to work on them, honestly. The only person who didn't try to kill Denji harassed him. Exactly. Exactly. Fumiko needs to be pelted with rocks, and Badam needs to be kicked in the balls infinite times over. Exactly. She did wrong, but she's done the lesser evil among all the others. What the fuck? Asa did nothing! Why? What? She did the lesser evil and that's why she's best girl? But Asa did nothing! Like, Fumiko is worse. Like, she's actually a deplorable person. I don't care what she says. Like, Asa is showing through her actions that she cares about Chainsaw Man. She never said to Denji or to Chainsaw Man, I care about you. Here, I'm looking at you as the person, as the human. No one else does. I do that. So you can be sure that I actually treasure you as a person. Asa never did that. What she did is fight devils and say to herself that she wants to do that for Denji. She never had to use words to convince other people why she's doing the things she's doing. She has her moral codex, she has her heart, her soul, her purpose, and she keeps it to herself. She stays in her lane, and she just does what needs to be done. Fumiko. Do I believe her? No! Because she didn't show it through her actions. It's easy to come here and say, you know, I'm actually immune to all poison and I can walk on water. And I can also breathe underwater. You know? But, like, do you believe such a person? Like, she could come in and say whatever she wants. At the end of the day, she sexually assaulted a child. So, I don't care about her. She didn't commit war crimes. That doesn't mean much since lots of characters in Chainsaw Man didn't commit war crimes. Exactly. Asa wanted to turn Denji into a weapon. No, that was Yoru. Not Asa. Bro, what porn addict logic is? I guess you're right. Yeah, evil is still evil. What the fuck? Just if someone shot someone to death, but someone else stabbed someone, doesn't matter which one is lesser. Both are horrible. Exactly. Sexual assault is still horrible. I mean, Asa don't really got much of a choice. It's her life on the line. Yeah, exactly. Willing it for no reason. Oh. Or 0. Whatever. Anyway, nice discussion. Now that we cleared that up, I can't wait. When's the next chapter gonna come out? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, it said there when the next. Come on, it disappeared. Hello. Nothing's reacting. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's see. Next chapter. New chapter coming in 7 days. Okay. Next chapter is gonna be next Tuesday. Oy. Baby girl Asa has her life online and she still did nothing, by the way. Oh yeah, you didn't see me struggle with the app. With the Shonen Jump app right now. You just heard me humming. You didn't see how much I struggled to get to the information. Like, new chapter coming in 7 days. It cost me a lot of trouble. The app sometimes malfunctions or just stops. Just fucking stops. So anyway, yeah, the anniversary of Aki's death. Great, thank you. We need to celebrate that. Elda's hit beats. It was actually Koi no Sperma by Maximum the Hormone. So, I listened to that before the job interviews today. You know, having your mood lifted by Maximum the Hormone and then going to a job interview totally unprepared. And that's how you ace it. Like, I got the offers. Like, I got the jobs. I just need to decide which ones to take. But I got them. It's just small job. Like, not an actual work, like 40 hours a week work. It's just, you know, part-time. And when Kishibe returning, we're gonna need him for this. Yeah, hope you got the job. Yeah, it's an official, On stream, see you guys later, by the way. Asadan is a bad ship, very forced and no chemistry. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, Slayer of Crusaders and Small Hat and Pajit? What are you talking about? Now you ain't gonna drop that weak ass take and not develop. The best way to decide is when under intense pressure, like diamonds and fossil. Wait, what? Ah, okay, yeah. Asadan is Yuri coded. I don't understand that. I've heard that, but I don't understand. Anyway, this is it for today with the chapters of Chainsaw Man. Right after this, actually, I've streamed too much today. I'm sorry. We can't read the buddy stories. We're gonna continue those next week, okay? Because next week we just have one chapter. I hope it's gonna be done in half an hour. With tangents, already calculated into that. And then we can continue reading the buddy stories. Today I wanted to do that, but look at the time. I'm sorry about that. So, everyone, yes, Epi, well said. See you on Friday if you wanna. A video is gonna drop on Friday. It's gonna be a live premiere. Epi and I are gonna be there, present, and watching with you. What time though? Same time as when I stream. Same time. 5 p.m. my time. I don't know when that is at your end. So actually, wait, what did I say actually? So, now, thank you for coming. I'm closing the window. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourselves and have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.